at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Green Bay Packers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Willis looks to pass it here. That's complete to Treylon Burks.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Rodgers going to throw. Caught right side. It's Lewis.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The Packers at 2-8 now on the year, and they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw is on target to Burks.
He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Titans.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground here on first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Monty Rice. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, they're going to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 7.
Willis.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Third down, it's Willis.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Bullock's kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now Dillon on the inside give. They find some open field here. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's got it to about the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Over here.
Running left is Dillon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. Touchdown, Packers! Allen Lazard. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, and Henry's hit. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Crosby with the extra point, and it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Hilliard now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Head the street! Head the street!
They'll run it again with Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now Willis on 3rd down. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Here's Willis now off the play fake.
And his throw here's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter one, they struggled. Quarter two here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Dillon up the middle. Fights through and now a crease. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And quickly out wide, this is Watson.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit.
And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had 1st-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Nixon now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Here's Rodgers. And complete once again to Watson. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here. Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Henry again on second down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here.
They set up the screen for Henry. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation. Instead, they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
They go play action with Willis.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On play action, now Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Draw play, Dillon.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It was Bud Dupree fighting through and making the tackle.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Again, it's Dillon.
And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will tie us at 24 all.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Second down, they go again with Henry.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Ready, set.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Willis on the sneak.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And some room to work. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
A.J. Dillon,
35 yards.
And the Packers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And the busy night for Henry continues.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
To make the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mercedes Lewis, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. For the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
On 2nd down, Dillon.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Dillon is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Tyler Beatty
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Packers add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 12,
Willis. That's going to be caught by C.J. Board.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Play fake. Here's Willis.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
possession, quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Packers, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.